Hello there guys and welcome to Student Meals. In this episode I will show you a couple of basic cutting techniques. If you have any basics that you want to see in a video, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. I hope that you enjoy this episode. So first I'm going to show you how to cut an onion, but before we start cutting it's really important to know how to hold your fingers. I'm just going to use this mushroom for demonstration's sake. So when I was first learning how to cut, I always used to cut it like that. The problem with these fingers are fine because you'll probably never cut these, but your thumb is really exposed because the flesh is here, so if you cut it like that, you'll probably nick yourself pretty hard. Always keep the thumb at the back. The rest is basically you have to feel it. A lot of videos tell you one finger in front, two behind, but it's a really awkward position for me to cut. I think on a professional level, if you have to cook really fast, this is the best technique because that's why people recommend it. But when I cut, I usually do something like that. I just always make sure that my thumb is tucked away, but the fingers, it doesn't really matter how you hold them as long as you don't hold them like that. You just hold them vertically so that the knife rests a bit against your knuckle and just goes along with your finger and not against it. A lot of people explain it that it's like a claw, but makes sense a bit, but a claw is like that. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Okay, so the claw. Use the claw. Alright, let's start off with the onion. A good trick with the onion is to leave the butt part, the back part intact and cut it in two. And then just peel the whole onion, cut off this nasty tip. Also, when you hold your knife, I tend to hold it like that. So 3 fingers on the handle and like 1 finger on the blade itself and the thumb. I find it the most comfortable, but it's not always the same way. Sometimes I cut it like that, sometimes like that. It depends on my mood, I guess. But never hold it like too far or too much on the blade. First of all, it will look stupid. Second of all, you'll probably injure yourself. So, with the onion, we're going to dice it. And an easy way is just to hold your fingers on top and cut it like that. Make a couple of incisions here and there. It's quite juicy onion, look at that. Maybe because this plank is quite new, it's really slippery. So let's make sure to hold your fingers on top, so if you do miss the onion, it flies away that way and not through your fingers. And then just cut it vertically a couple of times. The more cuts, the smaller the onion will be. If you have some stray bits, you can chop them up a bit and then just slice it. Again, claw the thumb tucked away behind your fingers, not too much like that because I don't know, you have to feel it for yourself what feels best. And also a nice trick that I have learned throughout the years is when you near the end part, most people throw it away like that, but it's just waste of an onion. You can just tip it over like that, cut it up a few times vertically and then just slice it up. Slice it around that stem and then you have still a diced onion and don't waste that much of an onion. There you go. Diced onion, not a lot of waste. With the bell pepper, I'm not going to show you how to dismantle it. I just always do it like that. I think it's not the best way, but I'm just going to take a slice for the demonstration's sake. If you want whole pieces, you're just going to cut it like that. But I usually remove this and this. And then you have straight pieces and you can just slice this up for other purposes. The trick with the bell pepper is I always put it skin side down on the plank. That way it's way easier to slice. I'm just going to show you how to slice it. Again, the claw, I guess. And then just slice it with your knife. Always a rocking motion. Don't chop it like that, just actually slice it. If you're starting off with cutting, you always see the chefs do this. When I was starting off, I also wanted to cut like that because it looks fancy, but always start slow. If you want to do this, you just have to start off by feeling the knife and knowing where it goes and just experiencing it, and it doesn't really matter that you're cutting slow, it will eventually speed up along the way. And always remember, let the knife do the work. There we go. As you can see, sliced. Next up, I'm just going to show you how to cut parsley or just these kinds of herbs that go all over the place. Basically, what I always tend to do is take a small handful of parsley and just smush them together and smush them against the knife. That way you have a firm grip and a really compact parsley bundle. Again, with the claw, finger in the back, and just Slice them like that. And move your fingers back and just keep slicing. As you can see, it's quite fine already. And usually I just gather them all together, take my hand on the dull side of knife, place it down, and just chop them up like that. And that's that. And so that was basically it. If you want, you can stick around for some bonus cutting action. Haha! Long strips. Stem.
The anus.
Bits. And there you go! I hope you found this video informative and maybe a bit fun. Again, if you want to see some basic stuff in a video, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below. Once again, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, see you in the next one. Goodbye. Thumbnail! Ah!
Oh, ik dacht dat dit.